coral reefs in the Philippines created nutrients, and these nutrients were carried by the ocean currents thousands and thousands of miles across the Pacific Ocean to the coast of California. And there, the nutrients fed a giant kelp growing in the waters off the coast. And the kelp, through photosynthesis, created oxygen and went into the atmosphere, and so we had oxygen to breathe. It was amazing how all these things were connected. A coral reef and currents and kelp in California and oxygen were one giant ecosystem. They were connected and gave life. Now the opposite is true. When you're not connected, you're lonely. You don't have life. I mean, sickness isolates us when you're at home, particularly chronic sickness, and you're not able to talk to people or get out and see friends. You become lonely and disconnected. Or we might be disconnected through shame. Shame because of addiction, shame because of a divorce, shame because you don't have work. Those things that cause shame in us and our society can separate us and disconnect us from one another and isolate us. We're meant to be connected. This is a honeysuckle vine. You see how beautiful it is, and nice strong vine in the middle, and then these beautiful branches that are budding into little flowers. That's what happens when we're connected, like a vine and branches. And over here, well, this branch is not connected, and it's brown, it's dying, it's dead. Not connected, and it's dead. The good news is that we're meant to be connected. God made us to be connected with one another and with Him. He made us to be connected. In the words, in a church word, He made us for communion. God's whole desire for us, the will of God, is that we share His own blessed life, that we are connected with Him and share His life now and forever. Ligaments are essential to our bodies. Ligaments are tough tissues that connect bone to bone. Without ligaments, your body would collapse. It would collapse. But thanks to ligaments, we have a strong skeletal structure, stronger than steel, that for our muscles, our organs, for our nervous system, everything to hold together, make us a body, thanks to ligaments. Ligaments are essential to our physical life. The word religion comes from two words, re, which means again, and ligio, which has the same root as ligament. So religion literally means re-ligament or reconnect. Religion is to reconnect us with God and one another, to share in that communion. Jesus said, I am the vine, you are the branches. Jesus suffered and died to reconnect heaven and earth. Jesus gives Himself to us, body and blood, through communion, that we are in communion with God and one another. Communion connects us with Christ. We are made, God made us to be connected. God made us to be in communion with one another and with Him. Now, some of you are not connected with the Lord. Some of you are not connected with His church. Maybe come to Mass, but maybe not every Sunday. It's difficult, maybe busy. You don't have time during the day to pray at least 20 minutes a day. We're not connected. Some of you are not connected with the Lord. And you might be busy. You might you're working, taking care of elderly parents. You might be a single parent, taking care of children and working. You might be struggling with an illness or all kinds of reasons, school and sports. Very busy, very busy. The problem here is not that you're not committed, you're not connected, but that you're connected to the wrong things, that you're committed to the wrong things. And the test of this is simply this. Is your schedule filled, but your heart's not? Are you, at the end of the day, tired, but not a good tired, but exhausted? Like a branch not connected to the vine, no nourishment, and just empty? Disney has these beautiful topiaries. You can see these bushes that are shaped into like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck, or whole scenes from movies, and that just doesn't happen. Plants just don't grow that way. Like they drop a seed in the ground, and 5 years later, boom, there's a scene from Beauty and the Beast. No, it takes months and years of careful shaping and forming and pruning from these masters to pluck a leaf, pluck a branch, and make it grow in a certain way. And so then it becomes a beautiful figure for Disney. In the same way, Jesus tells us the Father is the vine grower. He's the one who prunes us. He's the one who shapes us into saints. So after communion today, after you see the body and blood of Christ that connects us with him, and we sing together one song, and then there's going to be silence, plead with the Lord to prune you. Beg the Lord to connect you with what really matters. Ask the Lord on your knees to give you life, to reconnect you with Christ. Use this time to let the Lord graft you back into his body, into his life. God made you to be connected, and communion connects us with Christ. And what happens when we're connected with the Lord and with one another? What happens? Well, look up here. See those beautiful stained glass windows? You see the vine snaking through there all the way through. The vine is sturdy and central. And you see the branches and the leaves flowering off the branches. You see that? See anything else up there? What else do you see? The big purple grapes, the fruit of the vine and branches. And what can you do with grapes? You can make, you can eat them. What can you make with grapes? Grape juice. What else? Grape jelly. What else? Raisins. What else? Wine. I'm messing with you guys, but wine. The joy of life is the fruit of connection with Christ, and communion connects us with Christ. We are the people of most precious blood. Precious blood that through the power of the Spirit becomes the blood of Christ. That wine becomes the blood of Christ. And we are his people when we are connected with him. Communion connects us with Christ. And Jesus said, remain in me as I remain in you. And whoever remains in me will bear much fruit.